questions which are a little bit related, but let me start with this one. For Norway, both of them. Number one is from Bulugu Lubuga. I think this is Tanzanian name. Yeah, and the question about Tanzania. How much is the cheapest cost of flight from Tanzania to Norway? Again, what is the cost of student visa processing? I'm also interested to know on healthy services practices. So let's start with the number one. You can ask just like the normal flight from Tanzania to Norway.
Yeah, so because the prices, fluctuate, it depends when you are traveling. So I would say if you have $800, you are sure to have the return ticket, the round trip ticket. But sometimes they go even down up to 500.
Yeah, I can add something on the flight ticket. I made a video one time about purchase the flight ticket. You are saying fluctuation, and I want to explain to Bulugu that the fluctuation is, for instance, right now we are talking is almost end of April. Let's say you want to travel next week. The flight ticket will be higher. But if you purchase the ticket today, you are traveling in October, because you have longer time, you have more options, you will be able to get a cheaper ticket. Again, it depends airline and airline. It depends from city to city you are flying from and going. If you're flying from Tanzania but you want to fly from Kilimanjaro, you'll be having fewer options like flying from Dar es Salaam. So all those kind of things you'll be able to play around. But obviously like 800 can be guarantee you'll be having a very good money options, kind of that. But for me, I purchased one ticket, like last year I purchased a ticket from US to Tanzania for 600. Why? Because I purchased in October to fly in May, so 7 months before the time to travel. So the ticket was, instead of buying for 1,500, I purchased for 600. So sometimes those things happen. The related question is, what is the cost of visa for student visa?
Yeah, it's 4,600 if I remember exactly.
Yeah.
Norwegian kroner.
Which is like was $600 around.
Like $600.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, when I made the video, I remember it's about $600. Is one among the most expensive student visa. Why? Is because they process also the work permit on that.
The work permit, yeah. So you don't have to come and apply for the work permit. The student permit, the student visa, give you the right to work the 20 hours.
Yeah, in the US, you come here, you have to get a promissory job offer as a student. Then you have to go to apply for Social Security. Then you have to, there are so many other processes. But in Norway, they do everything in advance. That's why it's more expensive because of that.
Yeah, and everything is in one card. So
yeah. Okay, the related question, I'm also interested to know on healthy services practices. I don't understand the last part, whether the jobs which we are talking about, healthy, or the healthy services, like if you want to be study and work there. I didn't understand the last part. If you get it, you can respond.
No, I will try to answer the. Me too. I don't get it. But the first part, how is like the health practice condition? Health service is free here. So and everybody is assigned personal doctor. It's just a matter of booking appointment to see your doctor. And there are few costs, of course, not free, but few costs of especially buying medicine. There are some medicines, and But if it's a matter of studying, actually they want more people in the health sector. All over the world, they want more people in the health sector. But what will be difficult in Norway, if you are coming to study health, maybe public health or other health programs, if they're offered in English, then it's fine. But then working in the health sector in Norway will be difficult because you have to have knowledge of Norwegian.
Because most of the customers or people who are sick, whatever, whatever, they might not know.
Yeah, so in Norwegian becomes a compulsory. Although when you get a student visa, the university is programmed for international students to study Norwegian.
Yes, the first 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, it depends. If you're coming for bachelor, then it will be longer.
Yeah, for bachelor is longer.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're coming for masters, you have. I think there are 3 courses you can take: beginners, second, and third. So if you are really determined,
I usually
then
tell
you take the
people,
course serious.
even if you don't plan to stay there, take those courses
Yeah, yeah.
serious. It's just something extra. You can learn more people, you can learn more culture. So, and sometimes you might make a decision down the road, you get opportunity, and you didn't learn the language, so just study it. You never know. You might go back to your home country, and there is a big contract, and it's a Norwegian company. The person who studied in Norway with the Norwegian language and that culture, you'll be the first person to get the job than another person from another. Yeah. So
Makolino, I worked in Egypt for 1 year. But, although Arabic is close to Swahili, but I learned Egyptian Arabic. Although now I don't remember that much, I know very little. But also it's the way of knowing the other culture, of integrating, even if you don't stay longer.
yeah. So there is another question related to Norway in particular, from Musabiamana Willie. In Norway, is it possible to change from visitor or tourist visa to become a permanent resident of Norway? That's
No.
number one.
No, there isn't. I've been here. I'm not yet a permanent resident. So this is how it goes. If you have a visiting visa, then it will depend if your conditions while you are in Norway changes. So, for example, you come and this is how many people do. You have a girlfriend, for example, people with girlfriends. You come here to visit your girlfriend, you get married, it means your condition has changed. Then you can apply for temporary residence. Permanent residence, you can get from 3 to 5 years of staying here. 3 is very difficult because there's amount of income. I think it should be above 350,000
Corona.
Norwegian krona per year. So, and that's if it depends what you are working with. If you are working, if it's temporary jobs or if you're working on the minimum paid jobs, you're not gonna get that. Then you will have to wait for 5 years. But also, you have to pass a Norwegian test.
Yeah.
So permanent residence can take longer, but if the condition changes while as a tourist, you get married, you can get temporary residence, which they will give for 3 years. And then you can apply extension. If you still have the same condition, if you're divorced, then you go back home. No, you go wherever you want to go. But if that condition still exists, then you can apply for permanent if you reach the required criteria, or they will give you another temporary until you reach the criteria. Yeah.
Okay, you have already answered this one. How is the maximum if bank statement required for a visa application? You have already talked about that.
Yeah, but if it's for visiting visa, for tourist visa,
yes.
If you are coming as a tourist to visit yourself, first you need a booking for the hotel. So you have to book a hotel, and they have to know which hotel you're gonna stay. So you have to show the booking. And I think if you look on their website, I would advise. My memory is not very clear to this, but I think you need at least 500 krona a day. Each day you stay. So that's the maximum amount of money. They have made a calculation that you will spend on food and transport. And yeah.
Okay. He's watching us from Rwanda.
Thank you.
So I can ask you a related question to possible change of visitor visa to residence. One of the conditions to change is if you get married. What if you have a girlfriend there, you are not married, and your girlfriend delivers a baby and you are the father? Does that help you to get residence in Norway?
Yeah, exactly. So this is a tricky question. I don't want to talk for Norway. Let me talk for Denmark.
Yeah.
Because that's where I've lived and my kids live there. So I know the laws there better than in Norway. So, and I think, but the laws will be the same, I'm sure, also here in Norway. Once you have a kid, as a father, because the right of the kid proceed, they are over any other rights. This is from the Declaration of Human Children Rights, is it?
Yes.
And one of the rights of the kid is to see both parents.
Yes.
So it means once you have a kid, you are allowed to stay here until the kid turns 18. That's the law.
Yes.
So yeah, for that case, that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to tell you some street jokes. This is what happened when I moved here. 2015, 2013. With my ex, and I had some friends in Copenhagen. They were like, you have to make a baby if you want to stay. Because that's what, unlike I didn't manage to have a baby, but that's what they were telling me.
Yeah, so I want to add some few things. I was asking, yes, and you good put like for Denmark and even for Norway. I know that is also valid for German. Most of European countries, they have that one. Very strict. If you have a child, even if you are not married to that person, you have the right to stay there.
Yeah.
Until the child is 18. That right is not in America.
No.
No. Here is this way. If you get married, is more important than having a child. If you have a child, there is no problem. If you're not married to that woman, go to your country. You can come to. You can come. The child. That they don't care about that. You are out of state. Go back to your home country. You will not say, I'm staying here because I want to help to raise a child. No. But if, let's say, you are here and you get married, that is more important than having a child. And that is a guarantee be given permanent resident here. And you get the permanent resident, you can get married today, and tomorrow you submit all the paperwork, and from that way, from when you submit, your process is starting that way. Now, because of the COVID, it takes longer. But usually within 6 months, you get your permanent resident.
Wow.
And once you get permanent resident, when you get by marriage, they give the first one, they give 2 years. If you are still married, they give that one for every 10 years. You go to renew after every 10 years. But if you want to become a US citizen, 5 years, 3 years of marriage, you become a citizen. But if you're a permanent resident through other ways, apart from marriage, is after 5 years. So there is one guy, let me give you this funny part. He had a girlfriend in Tanzania. The girlfriend is German. So the girlfriend came to Tanzania, studying university student, back while we are in the final year. So the guy impregnated the woman. The woman didn't know she was pregnant at the beginning. When the woman found out she was pregnant, she decided to do what? So the woman decided to go back to change the semester and go back to make sure that she's delivering the baby in German. Yeah. So the good thing, the woman was very understanding. The name of the child, they collaborate with the father to give the name, and the name of the father is the guy, the African name, whatever, everything. So the family was fearing. They do not know the law of Tanzania. They do not know if we go to Tanzania to take this child, what if the law there, they say the child must be with the father. So they were fearing to come to Tanzania to bring the child. Maybe they will be forced to stay there.
Yeah.
But the guy already knows the law of German. If I go to German, I'll have that opportunity of staying there. So the guy said, but it will be good for me to come to visit. It's not a good idea for the child to start traveling. It's still there is malaria in Tanzania and everything. I can come to visit for like 2 weeks. Let me come to travel for 2 weeks. Then I'll come back and continue my work. But that was not his intention. His intention, he knows the law of German. So the guy traveled to German. Arrived in German, so stayed there for like that week. So he said, oh, can I see the birth certificate? I want to know the correct spelling But the aim was to take a picture of the birth certificate. So the guy took the picture of the birth certificate and just gave to them and does whatever it is. The day, like tomorrow, you are supposed to go back to Tanzania and you are flying back. They say, oh, I'm going to my friends to have, like, we have a small party to say goodbye. The guy took with his passport and the other important documents and he disappeared. Then he went to talk to a lawyer and he said, I'm changing my mind. I'm not going back to Africa, to Tanzania, because I want to raise my child here. So by law, no matter even if you're on the birth certificate, they had to do DNA. To do the DNA, the guy is the father. The guy stayed there. And I mean, he has a guarantee of staying there. One thing he didn't know is this one. Because he became a resident of Germany, there is another Kenyan lady. Because, oh, you are speaking about the Swahili, cooking chapati, cooking ugali, pilau, whatever, kachumbari, all those nice stuff. The woman was... So the guy didn't know that the way he played to get... I mean, the woman became pregnant. Now he becomes a target. If he impregnates any woman, because he went German, the mother has to send German too. So the woman decided to get pregnant by the guy. And the woman take the guy, do the DNA test,